welcome back to my channel. So today's video is one that I'm super excited about because I'm finally getting to test out products that I have reviewed on my channel already. So I'll link the video up here, and I have been playing around with them for the past couple of weeks just to see the best way to use them to get like amazing results. And so obviously from the title you knew which products I was testing out, but this is the Morphe 35 S&M, and I am so excited to demo these for you. So if you're interested in seeing the demo, then just keep watching. I really did want to do a demo when I first reviewed them and opened them up, but I don't know what it was about the product. It was not picking up on my brush. It would pick up on my fingers amazingly, but it's not very practical when an eyeshadow can only be used on your finger. Like, it would only show up on my eye if I put it on my finger, but on a brush it would be pathetic. And I was like, I have seen videos of people using this, so I must be doing something wrong. And apparently it turns out I was not doing anything wrong. The problem was that I think there's like a layer of something on top of the powders. I don't know, just the way it comes, that very first layer, you really have to get through it for you to get to the next one that has all the pigmentation. So initially, I actually planned to do this video as a dry versus wet brush, because when I was using the wet brushes, it was amazing. It would come out so good on my eyes. Both the shimmer and the mattes would come out better. So that was my initial thought, is to do one eye dry, one eye wet, and then we see what happens. But for the past couple of days, because I do come home every night and like try out different crazy looks and just try to have fun with it, you know. But for the past couple of nights, I've been using dry brushes with these palettes, and they have been coming out amazing. So I do think it's just maybe the top layer. Obviously, for the shimmer palettes, a wet brush is obviously always advised, because, well, it depends on how vavavoom you want it to be, you know, because when you use a dry brush, it will show up, but it won't show up as pigmented or as shiny and shocking as it will with a wet brush. So I will still be doing the whole dry versus wet situation, but the basic point of this video is just to take these two mattes. Wow. The point of this video, I'm literally just laying them out before me. The point of this video is to take these two palettes and to demo them and to show you that you can create incredible looks with this. So this is the first video that I'm doing in this series, but I will not be talking in any of the other videos. I'll just get right into the eyeshadow. What I am going to do is do a dry brush situation, but one side will be primed and one side will not be primed, and then we'll really have some fun with it, right? So I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the color Fawn. I'm going to use this as a primer for one of my eyelids. So I just realized this is a really not so genius move to have you that far away, so I'm going to bring you closer so you can actually see what I'm doing. But I am just priming my eyelid, and then I will set it with my Laura Mercier powder. I'm just going to set that using my finger because I don't want to pick up too much product. Anytime you use a concealer on your lid as your primer for your eyeshadow, you really do need to set it. I didn't really see the point of this because I thought the stickier it was, the better it would be for the eyeshadow. But you forget that your concealer over here creases. So the last thing you want is your eyeshadow creasing. And creasing is just basically the concealer settling into those lines on your eye. So like when you see, when my eye gets open, there are lines that form. The concealer would settle there if you don't set it. So you actually do need to set it the same way you do when it's under your eye, you know? So I like to use my Laura Mercier because it does make my normal face a bit ashy. But over here, that's a benefit because using a white base on your eyes does make them pop more, like make the eyeshadows pop more. So I'm hoping that the lighter shade of this will definitely make my shadows pop more. So on this side, I'm just going to take a clean finger and rub out the oils that have formed, because I don't really want to start with an oily base, you know. To go in with that olivey color as my all over shade on both lids. It's very similar to the concealer color actually, so you may not be able to see it properly on that lid. And remember that my brush is dry, so you're actually seeing it the way it will come out on your lids when you're using it. And I have to say that it went on a lot smoother with the primer than without it. because I already have to dip into my palette and I didn't the first time. So I'm actually using a lot more product just to make it show up on the side without the primer. So that's something, but you can see they are the same color now. This olive color ends me. It literally, it gives me so much life, I can't even tell you. And I know I'm supposed to be using the fluffy side. I know that. But I find that this side really does, this type of pointy brush, I don't know what it's called, it really does pick up the product so beautifully that I don't have time to waste begging the fluffy side to pick it up, you know? So that is a lot of product that I've used just to get it to show up. So I guess that's a major downside of, you know, not priming your lid. Next, I'm going to go in with a crease color. What I'm essentially trying to do is just to place this directly in my crease. So I'm just going to blend that right into my crease in a windshield motions, guys. And also right into the other crease. And so far, the only difference that I can tell between the primed side and the not primed side is that it takes a lot more product on the not primed side for it to actually show up. So if you want to save on your eyeshadow, guys, prime the hell out of your lid. I mean, we all have concealer. Just use that. You don't have to get like a dedicated primer. Now I'm going to go onto my lower lid and I'm going to take the golden color. I'm going to pick that up with my brush. And my brush is dry. Remember that. This is how it shows up with a dry brush. And do you see how pigmented and beautiful that is? It's insane. So I'm just going to put this all over the front part of my lid without going into my tear duct, of course. This color is stunning. I've actually never used this particular one. I'm just feeling adventurous today. So I really hope it comes out good, is what I'm trying to say to you. I'm just going to go in with the brush and use that deepest shade, but I am going in with the shimmer one and not the matte one, and just use that as my outer corner sort of smoky color, you know? So I am kind of extending this because I want it to be a bit more blown out, but I'm going to take the exact same color and just go into this other side of my eye. I am going to switch over to my pencil brush, which is what I actually do prefer to use for applying product into my inner tear duct. I'm going to go in with that because it's not white, but it is still a bright enough color that it will lighten up my inner tear duct. And I think it will complement the gold really, really well. So I'm just going to lay that down. It's more of a yellow shimmer, yellowy cream shimmer than just a straight up white one. And I feel like that's more complementary to this look. I actually really like the way it's turning out. I mean, let me know in the comments down below what you think of it, obviously, but I hope you like it as much as I do because I think this is a pretty fun look. The matte version of the shimmer brown that I use at the very edge of my look, I'm going to take that and go a little bit higher just to darken up my crease a little. So just to sort of blow out the smoky effect as opposed to keeping it like very in line, you know. And then I'm going to pick up just a little bit more of the very first color that I used, that olivey greeny color, and I'm going to add that on top of the brown just so it doesn't get lost in translation. Like, I don't want us to forget where we started, you know. I'm not going to put in any product onto my lower lash line because I know people do that, but I like my lower lash line black. Like, if at all anything goes under it, it goes on top of the black, and I do like this. I feel like I am ahead right now. I need to quit while I'm ahead. I don't want to do something and end up looking like a raccoon, you know? So I actually really like the way it turned out. Look at this. I'm looking in the monitor in case you're wondering what the hell it is I'm doing. But yeah, I hope there's not too much light for you to see, but I actually really like the way this turned out. I think my nightly experiments with makeup is actually working. I'm actually getting like to understand what it is I'm doing with this. I mean, obviously it might not exactly go with the lip, but I feel like a red lip goes with everything, you know? Like it's very festive and happy. So it does go with my shirt. So hey, hey. I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you enjoyed the look. I hope you like it enough to recreate it. Be sure to tag me on Instagram. My Insta handle will be here or somewhere in this video. But yeah, be sure to tag me, because if you do tag me and tell me that you recreated it from this video, I will definitely 1000% repost you. So I would be happy to see whether or not you use these specific palettes, because not everyone has these, but I would suggest investing in them because there are just so many looks you could do from this. This is the Shimmer and the Matte palettes, and that is what I have used to create this look. And I know it's a two-color look. It's a two-toned look with 3 colors, but I really do like it. I feel like I've been playing a lot with the reds and the oranges, and now it's just time for me to branch out, and I'm really glad I branched out with gold and that it went so well. Be sure to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you have tried this look in the comments below. And I guess I'll see you in my next video.